If you've ever helped somebody through a really tough time, you will know the feeling. It's the best feeling. When they call you and you can help them and you can help them shift, and when you put down the phone, you know that you've added value. Well, that's really what today is about. We're going to be taking you through accountability buddies as well as journaling. And then we're going to get you started on this process. So what is an accountability buddy? An accountability buddy is somebody that you are in contact with every single morning. Maybe not on the weekend because you think that, that you value that as it's family time, but definitely during the week. And you're going to check in with them with 4 specific questions. These 4 specific questions, we're going to put them on the screen, and please grab a pen and paper. You can also just jot them down. Question number 1 is, how am I feeling? Very important. You're not just going to say good. You're not just going to say whatever was your habitual behavior to say. You're going to take a moment to say how you're really feeling. And then notice when you're not feeling the positive or the happy or those feelings that we all so badly look for, and then write down the real feeling and notice how uncomfortable it is for you to share that. Because the truth is, so many of us are still uncomfortable with other people's uncomfortable feelings and our own. So this is breaking through that barrier. So question number 1, how are you feeling? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Question number 2 is, what have I learnt about myself in the last 24 hours? Now this has been a game changer for me. Because when I know that the next morning I have to send my accountability buddy something that I've learnt about myself, I'm actually going through the day looking for things that are teaching me about myself. And I really think that's ultimately the reason that we're on this earth, is to learn who we are and to love who we are. And we can't learn who we are if we're not actually actively looking for what makes us us. So when you get to the question that says, what have I learned about myself in the last 24 hours? Things that I used to write in there were things like, it is really hard for me when my children fight. That I learned. Or I get so triggered by taxis. Or when somebody doesn't get back to me immediately and I see that they've blue ticked me, it's really hard for me. Or I love helping. I love helping. I love cooking a beautiful meal for my kids and seeing their appreciation on their faces. Or I love reaching out to a friend. Or when somebody criticizes me, I take it really hard. Can you see? It's everything. It's absolutely everything, because when you notice those things, guess what's going to happen? The next time that it happens, you're going to understand why it's hard for you. And actually, it's a part of you. We can go deeply into why every single one of them is hard for you, but we're not going to do that during this activity. We're just looking for things that we're learning about ourselves. And then please just be very, very, very careful that when you write those things that you don't like, for example, I shout when my child doesn't get in the bath after the 10th time that I have asked him to. If you're embarrassed about writing that, yay. Yay, because it means that you are human, and it means that there might be an area that needs a bit of tweaking right there and then. And yay for that too, because it means that something's not working. If you're getting to the stage where you're shouting, something's not working. And so this is how we change our life. When we're living on automatic pilot all the time, and every day for the last 3 years, we've shouted for our child to get into the bath, and we haven't even noticed it. Well, this question that we're going to send to our accountability buddy is going to help us to see the patterns, and then we can go in and say, right, this isn't working for me. This is not working for me. So I'm going to sit my child down and say to him, I'm not going to shout anymore. I don't like who I become when I do. So I'm going to tell you, get into the bath now. I'm going to tell you 10 minutes before, my angel, in 10 minutes you're going to bath. And then I'm going to say, it's bath time. And then you get to do it or not. Nothing's going to happen after that. But if you don't bath, it's going to be up to you. But guess what? We've taken control. We have decided that we don't want to become that screechy mother. That's just one example. There's examples in work, there's examples in personal relationships, everything. But every day, bit by bit, you're going to start to learn about yourself. You're going to see what's not working, and you're going to start to change your life for the better. And that's going to come from question number 2. Question number 3, oh my word, this is a biggie for me. And you're going to literally ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need? Many of us have never known what we needed, and mostly we have not known how to tend to our needs. And when we get to this question, please, this is not a to-do list. You do not write, what do I need? And then it's to call the boss, it's to have a meeting. Can you see those are to-do lists? It's your emotional needs. What do I need emotionally? So it's going to be things like to take it easy today because I'm really struggling. To give myself a break. To take regular breaks where I walk outside and get some fresh air because I'm feeling really overwhelmed at the moment. To notice what I am doing. To reach out to a friend. To get into bed tonight an hour earlier. Can you see that those are really healthy self-care, self-love, emotional needs that we are going to start to meet? And don't worry, in the beginning it is going to be hard to even find one of these things. For however old you are, that is how many years you have been taking care of everybody else's needs. So it means that you do know how to see to somebody's needs, and now it's just about flipping that around and making that into your needs. So that's question number 3. What do I need today? And then question number 4 is, what am I going to focus on today? So that's a great one because we all have lots of things we have to do in a day. And what am I going to focus on today? It could be a logistical thing like that board meeting at 11 a.m. It's very important for my career. So I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to be present. I'm going to breathe through my triggers. So it's really setting the intention of how you're going to be in that area that you're focusing on. But it also could be something like, I'm going to focus on driving in the car with the kids and connecting with them. Because every time I drive in the car, I get frustrated with the 4-ways traffic, and then that's an hour of my day wasted. So instead, when I'm in the car today, I'm going to focus on connecting with my children. Can you see, by deciding what to focus on, you're really going to change your life? You're going to start to love the things that you hate. And that really is a giant leap in the right direction. Okay, so that is what you're going to do. You're going to write out those 4 questions. Please, not typed out, not on Samsung Notes. You're going to pick up a pen or a pencil, and you're actually going to write them in a journal. And then you're going to take a screenshot, and you're going to send it to your accountability buddy. Another note on accountability buddies is when you receive your questions from your accountability buddy, it is not for you to fix it. It is not for you to help them. It is just for you to acknowledge that you've received it. You are not there to validate them. You are not there to make themselves feel good about themselves. But let me tell you what you are there for. You are there for, in 3 days' time, when they haven't sent you their reflections, you are there to pick up the phone, not send a voice message, to pick up the phone and to say, buddy, are you okay? Not, I've noticed you haven't done your work. Because that's just criticism and that's judgment. That's not what we're doing here. So you're watching and you're observing and you're making sure that your buddy is okay. A big part of this, and I only learned this recently, and it's been a game changer for me, is the difference between support and help. So the difference, help is actually doing something for somebody. So it's doing it for them. So it's saying, okay, you know what do you need? And then they're like, you know what, I need you to do this, 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 this. So it means that they don't have to do it. And it means that you're going to do it for them. That's disempowering. And accountabilities are not helping we're supporting. So a support partner goes, right, I believe in you, I know you can, and I'm here to walk this journey with you every step of the way. So when you're not okay, I'm here to be a listening ear. I'm not going to fix it for you, and I'm not going to give you advice. Please, guys, this is one of the hardest things in the world, is when you see somebody's going through a hard time, you know what will help them, so you want to give advice. But that might not be the right advice. So there's no advice giving in the accountability buddy space. We just listen, we support, and we cheer them on. We are their cheerleaders. And then when they are really not okay, so you've seen now every day for the last 2 weeks, they've said, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed. We are encouraging them to reach out to us because we are in the space where we can help them. In other words, you are just pointing them in the right direction. Sometimes accountability buddies are really, really not in a good space. Then in that case, you're going to reach out to us directly to ask us what to do in that space. And hopefully that we can help you to continue to support them. But please do not give up on your accountability buddy and do not give up on yourself. Because it's a very, very big thing to know that you have somebody that is there for you without a judgment. So judgment is a whole week on its own, and I'm sure that that's still going to come. But in a nutshell, we judge people so easily because it's all we've ever done, but mostly we judge ourselves. So this space is a judgment-free zone. We notice we're judging, and then we do something which is called revisit. So in other words, we visit and we try to imagine what it must be like for them. And instead of going, oh my gosh, this person is being such a victim, they have been complaining for 3 weeks, we go, I wonder what it must feel like to still be struggling with that after 3 weeks. And we don't try to change them, we don't give them advice, because that's not our journey. We're a listening ear, and we are there for them every step of the way. So can you see that's the other side of the accountability buddies, how we can support, and then what we need to be sending to our accountability buddies every single day. I just want to have a little note on journaling, because that's what you're going to start to do when you write out these questions. Journaling is a form of therapy. Literally, therapists use it as a form of therapy. People come out of the worst depressions through the simple acts of journaling, and it has enhanced my life in ways that I can't even begin to explain. We have so much stuck in our subconscious mind, and we are only noticing what's in our conscious mind. But it's the subconscious that is ruling our lives. And when you pick up a pen or a pencil, and for me it's more a pencil for some reason. I think it's because it's made out of wood, so it's connected to nature. It's weird. But when you pick up a pencil and you start writing, and you just write without judging yourself or what you're writing, it starts to flow, and you can really get a good idea of what's going on in that head of yours. So when you're struggling, take out your journal and just start to write out. This is just ad hoc stuff that it's another tool that you can put in your toolbox for when you're struggling. But you take out your journal and you go, oh my gosh, I'm so scared right now. My heart is pounding. I cannot breathe. This and this and this is happening. And as you're writing how you're feeling, and as you're writing what's happening, guess what's going to start happening? You're going to start coming up with the solution, because you're getting that gunk out. And slowly but surely, you're going to start to write things like, but you know what? You've done this before. And this is what you did last time that helped. But it doesn't come from the thinking process. It comes from the downloading process. And that comes from taking a pen or a pencil and putting it onto paper. So, 2 things. Accountability buddies, we're starting from tomorrow. That is going to be, there's a part that I missed. If you do not have an accountability buddy, please, before tomorrow, reach out to us. We will find you an accountability buddy. There have been times when I have been 5 people's accountability buddies all at the same time until they found accountability buddies. But there is no version of this where you wake up tomorrow morning and you go, I can't do my journaling activity because I don't have an accountability buddy. In our very first video, we asked you to get them. So some of you already have them. Well, now we're going to make use of them. And so I'm so excited because the activities that are coming are activities that are going to build on from these reflections. So please don't write them on a piece of paper and throw them away. Write them and keep them in the same journal because you're going to start to see patterns, and that's how we move forward. So go and have the best day. Thank you for listening to this video. I'm so grateful that you are in our lives. Until next time, mwah.